Let Century Management Solutions get you to your next medical appointment. They specialize in non-emergency medical transportation, connecting patients to care, safety, reliability, and on time. Their advanced technology platform seamlessly coordinates patients, healthcare providers, insurers, and transportation partners all in one powerful network. With over 200 trusted transportation providers, they deliver scalable solutions backed by real-time tracking and complete transparency. Go to SENTRYMS.com.
Everybody looking to see what's going to happen in California. These are the biggies. You've got the mayor's race, and that would be incredible if Spencer Pratt ends up in the finals. The top two make it to the finals if there's not a 50% person, and doesn't look like Karen Bass is going to get 15%. 5-0. She, of course, is the mayor right now. And what a lousy job she did. Remember, she went to Ghana when her home was burning, the home area was burning. And that's really what ignited the fire for Spencer Pratt to run in this race. So we're going to be waiting to see what, in fact, even when the results come in, what do they tell? Do they immediately show somebody surging? And then the big question tonight, and I'm like a kid in a candy store, you can tell because I love politics, to see what's going on with the Steve Hilton race. And I'm talking about the California governor's race. That could also be an enormous one because you've got Steve Hilton, you've got Javier Becerra, you've got Tom Steyer, and they're all sort of vying for that first location. Obviously, you got Chad Bianco, who is a sheriff there, Riverside County. I talked to him a couple days ago. He's like, Rita, don't count me out. So there are a lot of things that are on the line, and that will be very interesting. We should get some early results coming in about an hour from now. So I can't wait to see what happens there. And here is Steve Hilton. I think probably what encapsulates not just the governor's race, but also the mayor's race there in California is this mood for change. I mean, why would they ever elect Karen Bass again? Why would you ever do that? Why would you ever pick Javier Becerra? Let's just be honest, guys. I mean, Javier Becerra, who even the Biden administration, where he worked as health and human services, you had the spokesperson there saying he did a lousy job. That's from the Biden administration. And I don't think anybody could sit there with a straight face and say that Karen Bass did a great job as mayor. And why would you say, okay, thank you, I'll take another? That just doesn't make any sense. And that's exactly what Steve Hilton is riding on. Now, I love Steve. I've known Steve for a while. He is a great guy, of course, former Fox News host, businessman, American. He became an American citizen. He loves this country. He has the backing of President Trump. And boy, if he could make it to the top two and Spencer Pratt or even one of them, that would really send a resounding message that California is ready for something different. And this is the moment that Steve Hilton, he talked about this during the gubernatorial debate not that long ago. And he just said that so many people in California are fed up, and he is hoping that they're going to say, you know what, let me take a chance on Steve Hilton.
We obviously need change in California. The system is not working. I'm the only one here who has never run for office before. I'm not part of this system. These Democrats can't get it done. Matt Mahan talks about his record in San Jose. Actually, homelessness and crime are going up. Javier Becerra talks about his time in government. He thought it was a good idea to put masks on 2-year-olds. We need real change in California. We need to think different. We need to vote different. My plan to make our state Cal-affordable is real and serious, and we can get it done if we just vote differently this year.
Mr. Hilton, thank you.
All right.
I love that line, Cal-affordable. That's a new word, to make it Cal-affordable, because California is nuts. We know how high gas prices are all over the country, but California is leading the pack, and it doesn't have to be this way. It's because of the policies of Gavin Newsom. It's because of the policies of Karen Bass. So why would you say I'm going to pick that person again? So here is Steve Hilton, because he's also saying, look at the odds. And he is imploring Chad Bianco, who is the Riverside County, California sheriff, who's also in the race. Now, it's so weird in California. It's called the jungle primary. And essentially, it doesn't matter what your party is. You're in this, you're thrown in the jungle, if you will. And then it's like a survivor. May the two ones who are, able to survive come out alive. And that's really what is going to happen tonight. So it could be two Republicans. It could be two Democrats. It could be a Republican and a Democrat. It could be anything, which is really wild. Most states obviously have separate, as we're seeing tonight in some of these other races, just Republican, just Democrat. But in California, everything is wacky. Everything is kooky, just like the tofu and everything else there. But in the race tonight, so that's why this would be enormous, even if one of them makes it. And so what Steve Hilton is also imploring tonight, he is pleading with Chad Bianco. Obviously, it's at the 11th hour now, and it's too late. Chad Bianco says, I am staying on the ticket. But Steve Hilton is imploring and begging Chad Bianco, who's begging earlier, please drop out and coalesce around me so one Republican could make it into the finals, because obviously they're splitting the vote. But then if you look on the Democratic side, there's a whole bunch of Democrats. They're splitting the vote, too. And then you have crazy Katie Porter in there, remember, who was like, could you get out of my shot? Screaming at her assistant. She's in there. And let's not forget, the whole reason we're here is because of all the craziness with Eric Swalwell. This race has had so much drama. But here is Steve Hilton imploring, begging Chad Bianco earlier to get out of the race, which he said, nope, I'm staying.
So there's 2 days to go till the election. And I just want to say something directly to everybody who supports Chad Bianco, who might be thinking of voting for Chad or any other Republican, or in fact, any other candidate on the ballot. There's a lot of candidates for governor. Here's where we are. It's a very, very tight race. 3 people competing for 2 spots in the general election. Myself, Javier Becerra, and Tom Steyer. Tom Steyer is catching up. There is absolutely no guarantee that we're going to get a Republican in the top 2. In fact, it's now looking more and more likely that we'll have 2 Democrats in the top 2. I know that many Republicans were holding on to the hope that we might have 2 Republicans in the top 2, myself and Chad, and then we're guaranteed change in California. But if that was ever possible, it's certainly not possible today. You just have to look at the math. This is not personal. It's not about me or Chad or our qualities or our record or anything like that. It's about the future of California. And if we don't get a Republican in the top 2, we have no chance for change. And that's going to hurt every Republican running, not just me, every Republican running for the state legislature, for Congress. It's going to hurt our chances of getting voter ID through. This is a very, very serious moment. So I'm asking each and every one of you, please, let's focus on what we all care about, including Chad, which is saving California. There's only one choice if we want to save our state, and that is to vote Steve Hilton and make sure everyone you know gets that message too. Thank you.
And the polls close, and wow, about 40 minutes. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. We'll all find out together. And then, as Steve Hilton was saying, the stakes could not be higher. And this is case in point. I describe him as like a George Soros there in California. You got Tom Steyer, who has so much money. He has spent upwards of $100 million on this race just for the primary. Big bucks. He is a huge climate alarmist. This is a guy who said that the documented immigrants, you're welcome, and the undocumented are welcome. And those that were deported, even those with criminal records, he's saying should come back. Can you imagine? Please come back. Please, murderers and rapists, please come back, if you could, to the wonderful state of California. Maybe they put him up in his house. He probably has a nice house. Are you kidding me? This is lunacy. But listen to what Tom Steyer said, and he very well may end up in maybe the top 2 tonight. We will see. But it looks like a 3-person race right now with Steve Hilton, Tom Steyer, and Javier Becerra. And Tom Steyer and Javier Becerra both are like illegal immigrant apologists. Listen to this from Tom Steyer during the debate.
On the question of health care for the undocumented,
I said
everybody in California
you would
has a right to health care. And let's answer
California
this out.
should fund that.
The truth of the matter is, immigrants built this state. Immigrants make this state run.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, we had a broken immigration system, and now you want to victimize the people who are working here and making the state run.
Thank you,
As
sir.
Antonio said, try and get rid of them. You can't do it.
Let's go to.
Not only does he not want to get rid of them, he wants to bring them back. Maybe he should go to, remember the Citgo prison in El Salvador? Maybe he should go there and say, God, you wonderful gang members, we love you. We made a mistake. We actually would like you to roam the streets of California. Could you come back, please? This is lunacy. There could not be higher stakes for the state of California, the biggest state in the country, guys.